That's what I need to do. Send the track out. I was doing some stuff earlier and it's feeding back. Sorry about that. So, yeah. Got an if-then equation. If the micro is equal to the mezzo and the mezzo is equal to the macro, what you have, the sum will be infinite unconditional scalability. In other words, as above, so below. As below, so above, in reverse, automatically. If above, so below. So, if everything is in its place the way it should be, then make straight the way of the Lord. Now, as I've said in the past, for some reason, lightning, very fast, very efficient, works. Well, basically, regardless, everything works regardless of whether we truly understand it or not. For example, understanding the system of rain, you understand how the system of rain works. Well, if you're close on the idea, but you're not quite, and then one day something doesn't quite fit into your models and programming, you can call it a weird anomaly. But if it happens, turns out it actually happens pretty frequently. It just sometimes doesn't happen around where people are measuring. You could say, again, it's an anomaly, or you could say that your measurement or understanding is not quite correct. There's two ways of looking at it. Because in either way, the phenomena happens. Whether it's rain, whether it's purple rain, whether it's, glitter rain, whether it's rain made out of diamond, whatever it is, those things happen, and then we try to figure out how that happened, and then we pat ourselves on the back as if we did it. Like, even if scientists learn how to seed clouds to make it rain, whereas, again, they're saying they don't know what exactly it's pulling the moisture out of the air, obviously. But where is it pulling it from? Somewhere that needs moisture right now? So you could just find out if you could. If then, what happens then? Does that other place not get rain like it's supposed to? If the micro matches the mezzo, which matches the macro, time travel is possible in the sense of an observation, but not as an interaction. Does that make sense? Because you could go back in time, because the future is the past, is the present. Past, present, future, micro, mezzo, macro, the larger picture where we're going. Where we were, usually primitive or small compared to where we are, which is usually primitive or small compared to where we're going. Infinite, unconditional. I don't know why I said conditionable, because I think it's the scalability at the end. Infinite, unconditional scalability. There's nothing that will stop you at all. We will never, this iteration of human species will never, ever get to where it wants to go. Maybe if there is a great cataclysm and a reset, and then the next race to come along, perhaps. But this race, there's no way. The reason why is because there's too much locked into money. And the universe doesn't take MasterCard. It doesn't take Visa, so it's not everywhere you want to be. It doesn't take cash at all. And that's all humans will do anything for. They will never do things just to cooperate. Just in the face of tragedy, yes. In the face of good times, you're going to pay me. In fact, we've even tried in the 80s to follow that whole give those that have so much that they are overflowing. But I'm like God. They don't like, dude, I've got all this here. Just take this. You take this. You take that. This puts me in another tax bracket. Fucking let's give away that. Give away that. Fucking sell that. I really don't need that. I don't even want to think about that anymore. And now that I've got the, I don't. I can take the loss on that. Someone else who wants to deal with that can deal with that. You know, I mean, that kind of thing. That's what should have happened. Instead, it was like, oh, fuck. I'm in a new tax bracket. How much would you cost, Senator, if you would make sure that I stay in the same tax bracket? Okay, so if I keep that, I can still keep making money, even though it annoys the shit out of me. But that'd be money on top of the money I got. I could give my employees a raise. Or I can make the Forbes top 50. Ooh, I'm in the top 500. And last month I made the top 100. I mean, I'll get around to that whole thing, but I mean, right now, I mean, I'll get the thing, and then I'll go philanthropic after that. Yeah, there's my name. Oh, philanthropic, it won't be there anymore. So if we move the manufacturing to China, we'll tell them the Chinese stole the jobs. But it was our decision. We hire. We hired them. We fired them. I mean, were these like ninjas in the middle of the night that came in and cut the appendix out, the job out of the factory, and then ran back to China? Is that how they stole the jobs? Is that what your boss told you? God damn it, I had your job around here somewhere. Fucking Chinese. I bet you it's the Mexicans. They're always coming over the fucking the water down the Rio Grande there. They're crossing how they get the backs that way. So they probably stole it. There goes one right there. Yeah, with the baseball hat. I hear that's a gang sign. That's the guy you want to get. Not me. Not me, dude. I'm a victim just like you. I lost your job also. I'm going to go play some golf if you don't mind. It's out of my hands, man. It's at a higher level. I am the owner and the boss, but this is at a higher level than where I'm at, man. I can't stop it from happening. There's mergers and acquisitions and murders and decapitations and poor little children being thrown out in the streets because their dad no longer has a job. Yeah, I mean, because he had like a real good job, or mom had a really good job with this factory or whatever, and so like one of the parents didn't have to work, so they always had a loving parent at home, so they weren't getting molested at like some kind of weird church daycare or some kind of fucked up shit where you should be able to trust you. So now they're on food stamps and shit because they're lazy, because he had a job that got stolen. Get the fuck out of here. You guys want some of those dumb shit to explain shit. And then when you try and scale it up, it doesn't work. Does it? There's a condition for scaling that up. They have to be wearing bandanas, night gear, night vision goggles, and be looting your job and then running back to Mexico with it. Oh, they just came in and got your job. Maybe the boss just fired you and then put someone else in there, and then to make you not want to take a pitchfork to his eyes after working for him for 20 years, and him just hiring someone who just, barely speaks English but will do the job well for half of what you were charging. It's fucking DEI, dude. I'm getting. I have to. I have to. There's quotas. I have to. Sorry, I had to fire you and get. No, you could have hired in some more people. You didn't have to fire anybody. I would say that HR should be more of a department. They're like 4 or 5 department heads there's like however many people are in the HR department. They each technically are a head of that department. So if you go in there, you don't have to go talk to one person behind some closed door. It has to be a deliberation between the group. So that way you can't just have, when you're hiring, when you're firing, whatever, it has to be a deliberation. I would say an odd number of people, so that way you're less likely to have a stalemate. But, I mean, even 3, if you have a small company, 3 would be better than 2. Because that way, like I said, if you have different things, like you have a male of whatever race, a female of whatever race, and then, a third person of whatever sexual orientation, whatever, that you cannot be accused, especially if it's not a matching set of any kind, of being racist or prejudiced. Because black people can be prejudiced and racist against white people also. And or if you just think, these are some really good jobs. And I think that, white people have had a lot of this and black people need the opportunity. It is true. But that's not what you were hired to do. Is it? You're contributing to the problem of why people feel dejected and or reverse racism. Racism is just racism. You're biasing based on someone's race, either judgment or whatever, or how you treat them or whatever. And then again, when you try to scale it up, it doesn't work, because whether you guys agree with it or whatever you think the Bible says, first off, you're wrong. I can show you biblical proof where Jesus says he doesn't care if you're gay. It's in there. Some are born eunuchs, some become eunuchs, and some are made eunuchs of men. It's all in the term eunuch. Some were born that way. Some become that way. Realize it. Oh, fuck, I'm gay. Others are made eunuchs of men. Prison? I had no idea that I liked that. Apparently I do, King. So if you want to leave your harem around, that doesn't even do it for me anymore. So, I'll watch them. Chop it off? Yeah, I don't need it anymore anyways. Because you're serious about you don't need it if you're going to lay it out there on the table and let some... Wha! You're not even going to flinch? I don't need that. It's going to cut, it's going to burn, it's going to... and especially in olden times, it probably... I guarantee that if I were a king and some dude somebody wanted to watch my harem, I wouldn't have a harem. I wouldn't be a king. But if I were in that position, would you cut it? And that? Yeah. You say you're not interested, so you can just throw that away, right? It hurt. We have great doctors that can, they'll stop the bleeding. I'm sure they had, bleeding and stuff like that, and fixing broken bones and shit. I'm sure that was. Then they've shown surgeries, or head surgeries were done back in like the Incan and Mayan days, I believe. Or, I'm sorry, the Hanging Gardens of Babylonian days. You know how stupid it would be that they can't find the Hanging Gardens of Babylon because they just refuse to call the Mayans and the Incans Babylonians? You know how ridiculous that would be? It's not finding the forest for the trees. So where is this Yosemite National Forest? Because all I see is just a bunch of trees around this motherfucker. Where's this forest at? What do you mean we're already here? Where? Dude, there's nothing but fucking trees out here. Where's this fucking... Where's this park? Why are you laughing? Get back in the car. Why? Are we going to go to the park now? Are we going to go to the forest now, or what? That's uncalled for. But if you gotta take me home because I'm too fucking stupid to be alive, then you gotta do that. But it's even worse as if they know. I wouldn't trust the American government with anything at all, man. I'm sorry. They've just betrayed trust so bad. They would have to come clean about so much shit. And there would have to be like an honest, sincere approach towards transparency. Honest, sincere approach towards governance that's going to make sure that money gets the fuck out of there. That I've long held the belief that you should not pay senators. That's not a fucking job. That's not a fucking job. Senator, congressperson, that's not a job. That is a title. Because you can't just go get a job. You can just go get it. You can't just go get this job. Do you have to get elected to go to fucking Kentucky Fried? No. You have to get elected to start working state? No. You have to get elected to this position. So it's a different thing. It's not a job. So while they're sitting there bitching about people getting checks from the government, I want to smack them in the face and go, who gives you your fucking check, you do-nothing piece of fuck? Who writes your checks? The American fucking government. Poor people that get like a single family, like myself, food stamps, $160 a month. And he wants to put work requirements on that, but not on the $175,000 he gets per year? Not even a drug test? But you want to drug test me for $160 because I might be scamming? What about you fucking taking on the take from oil companies and other shit on top of the $175,000 we're paying you in taxed money, our money, to pay you to sit in that seat so that someone else can pay you more money so you can avoid what we sent you to do there? I think that's fraud on a much higher scale, much larger numbers. You can call it whatever the fuck you want to call it, but that's fraud. That's the criminal. The welfare queen, even if she has 5 kids that she's claiming, still don't add up to one fucking senator, one congressman, one fucking crooked ass president, and his crooked ass vice president. $400,000 a year for life. If we made all civil servants median income, their income is equal to who they represent median income, so therefore the president gets paid the median income of what everybody in the country fucking makes. It makes them more susceptible for fucking bribery. Treason charges, anyone? Have we lost the ability to put people to death for treason? Because that is the cost of it. So taking a bribe in that position would be betraying your oath to office, which would be treason, which would be sandwiches. Engineering 101, people. What are you doing? No, of course, it equals him getting the chance to put on tariffs on other countries, attack our allies, call our enemies to friends, and then confuse the population to the point where they're sitting and saying stupid shit like I'd rather be Russian than Democrat. While admitting that they don't want to live in Russia and saying Russia's a hellhole place to live and that they don't have any law, they don't have the whatever, and that still be better than living under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? You communist? Define communist right now. Define it for me. Well, you're a radical. Define it. Define those words. Any words coming out of your fucking face in the next 10 minutes, you better be ready to define them. Because I'm going to take you to fucking school today. Walk you like a fucking dog. And when you get done, you're going to go, oh shit. Yeah, there's no purpose for my life. I've been lying to myself. I've been lying to everybody. How long now? And why? I knew when I first started why I was lying. I wanted to win. So I excused a few things that I would never excuse from someone else. Unfortunately, because I excused that, I had to keep letting things slide and excusing those. The only way for me to justify that was to say, you're doing it, not us. And or, well, you did it first, even though I have no proof of that. So this whole deporting people without any proof, that's fine by them because they're already claiming that Barack Obama wasn't born in America with no proof. They're claiming that, just all kinds of things. No proof. None whatsoever. Just making the wild accusations out there and then it becomes the truth. Benghazi. Hillary Clinton herself wanted those 4 soldiers dead. That's how evil that fucking bitch is. She even came in to testify and said, yes, I hired the person who was in charge of that job it was to get the military out there. So I take the responsibility. I do. And I quit. I stepped down from my position. I obviously didn't hire the right person. It wasn't her job. Any more than border czar was Kamala Harris's job. You guys just say shit without any proof or anything like that. She's been vice president. The only time she became fucking border czar is when she started running for president. Because you guys were already talking about how Joe Biden's failed plans have led to the fucking... You didn't mention Kamala at all during the whole fucking run-up when it was just Joe. It was Joe Biden's fault. Joe Biden's policies. And you didn't say shit about Kamala being the border czar. Under Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, the border czar, has let all these people through. It's Joe Biden's bad policies that let millions and trillions and gazillions of fucking immigrants running around here, and each one is raping something. Trees, grass, shopping carts. Hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your dogs. They raping everything. They've all got fentanyl, like 40 pounds on them. They outnumber us 47-1. What are we going to do without the military stopping them and shooting them dead at the border? And they just keep coming. Just around the time of election, and then they decide to stop after you get elected. These caravans coming, election. So, Where's the caravan? Stuck America, they just went away. They saw I became president and they ran scared. Yeah, that's right. Because he's Rambo riding a dinosaur with a goddamn... Get the fuck out of here, you fucking delusional pieces of shit. Even if you believe in white supremacy and that he's going to lead you to this white utopia, whatever that you were hoping for, Donald Trump is not exactly the picture of supremacy or utopia or... Holy fuck, dude, wow. Trey Crowder, he's from the deep south, always grew up south. And he's like, why is it all these fucking white supremacists are the least supreme motherfuckers you've ever seen in your life? Got some kind of prison tattoo of a skull on their arm with more teeth in the skull than they have in their own skull. Portly guys, and there's those brown folks that are keeping me from getting laid. I used to have a chance until this great replacement. Great replacement, dude. You understand that if it wasn't that, it would be a fucking dildo, because you aren't doing the job correctly. If you're doing the job correctly, you don't get replaced. Except for in a capitalist society where they can get it done cheaper. Fortunately, with emotions, that's not a factor. Do you get the job done? No? Then you're going to get replaced, motherfucker, one way or another. One way or another, if you don't get the job done, you're going to get replaced. Switcheroo, fantasy, whatever the fuck it is, divorce, whatever the fuck it is, you ain't going to be much of that life much longer. Because you don't know how to fucking listen. I don't want to listen to this. So you're already fighting back about that. You know what I mean? No, you don't know how to listen, because otherwise you'd be like, okay, what else? Okay. Doesn't 100% fit me, but I can see how I can. Yeah, that would be selfish. I mean, I do things, but you're right, I don't do enough. So it's not I do nothing, but it's not enough. Not for someone I'm claiming to love. No, that's... What? No. Get the fuck out of here. Like that one situation I was talking about where they're asking those girls who are better communicators, men or women. And they all say women better communicators. And they're like, okay, then, and they start going through different things like, then why do you want us to read your mind if you can communicate better? Because you obviously are not getting your points across to us. But you understand us, right? Yeah. So then we'd be the better communicators since we can communicate across to you. And you keep saying, you don't understand, so you're not good at communicating. And they all would laugh like, huh, yeah, that's true, I guess. And so, I mean, why do you think that is? I guess I'm a liar, and just go on their life. Like, I should have been like I said, reflective. Fuck. No, it couldn't be, could it? What? Dudes are the better... Man. Yeah? Well, they're very logical creatures, so that makes sense, because they probably just deal with, because honestly, emotions just complicate shit. Like when you tell them the who, what, where, why, and when. And this bitch, you're already putting emotion in there. Accidents happen all the time, man. Even to the great you. You have accidents and slip. I have accidents and slip. You're only so furious because they hit your car. If you'd hit their car, you'd have all kinds of reasons why it's not really, really your fault. If nothing else, you could find several. If they're going, this fucking asshole. I was going to take credit for this, but actually my brakes went out. at the last second, I was hitting the brakes and I pulled the fucking emergency brake, so that's why I only tapped you instead of just plowed you. I wait till you get your whole rant out and then go, yeah, the brakes went out. Oh God, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. But it's just kind of like, it just sucks that someone would think that I would do this like on purpose or be an asshole about this. Accidents happen. I didn't want this. Anybody thought that I want this to happen? You're weird. What's wrong with you? People get upset with, okay, if there's a God, then how come? Okay, what if we are in the process of, I won't say creating God, but God's in the process of creating himself? He had to come from somewhere, right? And no one else could have made him, so because they would be God. So, at some point in time, he had to erase himself from all things, devoid himself, a separate place where he does not exist, and then be born inside of there to ascend to his rightful place as the one true God. It has to happen at some point in time, whether we're living through that now or not. If it were, this would be his first time through the whole thing, and everybody's giving him shit for getting it this good on first fucking try. Kind of puts a new spin on it. How many humans have you built besides, built, not or and then had to push it out. Built from nothing to an autonomous walking around creature that can have complex emotions, multiple identities, can follow the crowd, can stand out by itself. It can do pretty much anything. It can learn how to fly. It can, it can make things that didn't exist. Sure, is it emulation of other stuff? Yes, but the will that, like, I might be on the ground, but I want to see from up there. Fuck it, make a hang glider, whatever the fuck we gotta do. Whatever it is. Hang glider is not a very, very primitive kind of stuff. If you have the right kind of, the design, think about it, it's just like a triangle, and you're strapped to it, and you jump off a cliff. Not too much technology there. Then you have a joystick. It has a handle. You know what I mean? So, no, there's no way in hell that we will ever expand to whatever they call that third level. Whatever that is, where you a civilization that can go out and start conquering this iteration. No fucking way, dude. Again, money. Money. Like I said, how many ideas I've had in my life. That people are like, yeah, it's a real great idea, but the cost. But if it fixes everything, there won't be any cost for the repair of it. Everything is money with you fucking people. What if we could get to a way that we didn't need money? Concede that shit in 6th grade. Because I was tired of hearing about how money is stopping everything that I had, like all these good ideas I had for shit to do. You dream too big, scale it down. Something I hear all the time. But the scale of it is why it's impressive and why it stands out. There's nothing on this scale. It can't be done. Fuck you. Everything couldn't be done until it was. All the shit unnecessary is here. It's going to cost a lot. Fuck. We're never going to make it. We're never going to make it because the scientists are at the top who can't figure it out will never listen to someone coming in now. Why? They're the teacher. You're the student. There's too much me involved in it. You know? I've been studying this field for 30 fucking years. How can you come along and it's like you're a year one student. How are you going to have the answer to this? I didn't say I had the answer. I had a question, actually. So, since this, and this, yeah, why can't this? Because you fucking idiot. What? I see what you're saying. No, you don't, because I just asked a question. Oh, then it's my idea. Never mind. I'm going to write a paper on this. We're never going to get anywhere, man. We're never going to get anywhere. I want to leave my mark on time itself. Okay, Genghis. Yeah, it's any day now, man, really. When in the 90s, I still believed that the world was going to end on a Wednesday, that I wrote a song called Wicked Wednesday. It's actually pretty good. I should resurrect it, man, and try it on this one. Like on my new kit and stuff with all the shit. Yeah, it's a pretty groovy song. I always liked the lyrics, but I didn't like the way I sang it. I was recording on an 8-track at the time. But Wicked Wednesday rises up and spreads her golden wings. She spreads her bloody arms around the world, and now all the children sing. Soon mother cries for her mind. I think it's like this fucking crazy kind of riff. It's kind of like a cross between like almost like a Pantera and it's not as heavy as Pantera, but it's got that kind of it's kind of like Dime is known to break into, and but it's more of a again more of an aggravated feel than aggression rather than full on hatred or anything like that. You know, that's what most metal sounds like. It sounds like just absolute hatred coming out of the speakers. And I like my metal to have a bit of groove. Pantera, Down, Black Label Society. You know, that's a bit more kind of like like driving. I like it to, I like to have the head nod, you know what I mean? Not just, I did the whole shoulders and everything. I don't know, it's just me. It's just me. There was that design study that I was watching the other day, and they were talking about how the best user interfaces are invisible. It's just intuitive to use it. And he started going through some of the designs of user interfaces out there and kind of showing how they evolved. And since they didn't have like a good base standard, the user type, the way that what's popular is just changing, because it's like the best so far. They haven't got like a really good one yet. I would love to work on the team. I guarantee we could figure it out quickly and easily. But whatever team they have, like I said, I'm just the type of idiot because I don't know enough about it that I'm going to ask like the questions that are going to be like, no, because of fucking, oh yeah, you know, no, 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 it doesn't work like that at all. But maybe we could change the code. I've got an idea for a compression scheme that I want to ask someone who works in that field. And since it's out there, this is just going out there and I don't give a fuck about the money or being whatever, even credited for it. When you have your computer and you reformat it, if you had a forensic person go through there, they could retrieve all that data that when you reformat it, even though it's reformatted and fresh, the right forensic analyst to go through and get it. So how much more so if there was a trace of it, right? So my idea was to make a program that basically, since it's not real, analyzes the program, like how big the file size, and can like scan through the code and figure out where the least amount that it can recover quickly from, save that block, whatever it is, like even if it ends the chain before the thing keeps going, and then make all the rest the program code to how to rebuild it into a, not a package, but on the other side, it's just information. So it's got like a text file. So this little chunk and this text file, this little leftover piece of the file, tiny as fuck, maybe like 5 megs or whatever, and this text file go together. It's over. It's already on my. You send it via email. I put it into my program as the same thing, and then it takes the little small file, takes the text file, and goes, oh yeah, and stitches it back together on this side. It rewrites the program on this side as fast as possible. AI can do it pretty fast. I'm pretty sure. So I'm sure I could probably ask it to make a program that could do exactly what I'm talking about, and it'd probably be like the best compression scheme ever because you're no longer streaming it. It's actually on your side. You did download it because you'd be like, how the fuck did it download that fast? And you have to get then if it was designed, when you double click it, it'd be cool if it opened up the program automatically once it's downloaded. Like how's it? And then it's like it calculates about how much time. Like give us like 5 minutes and we'll have it rebuilt. And it's like the full on DVD extras and all that shit. You know what I mean? If it was like, depending on how, I don't know how big you could make it. I don't know. I'd like to talk to someone and find out, is this even a possibility? Because it sounds like it'd be way faster than downloading everything. You could get way bigger file sizes. It could save into your temp folder. And then you could say, yes, keep that. Or just, no, I watched the movie or whatever it is. Trash it. Netflix could then have every fucking movie out there because you're not streaming it down. It's not a lot of bandwidth. It's just that file, and you're rebuilding it on your side. And stream it could have a time to collapse, and therefore the program erases itself, so that it cannot be saved past the temp folder. Next time you reboot your computer or whatever, it's gone, and it has like a limited. It can be in the program to go look online for the source. Yeah, you have authorization starting now, and now you have 24 hours and it rewrites the code even there to destroy it after 24 hours or make it non-functional at least. That's not even my field. That's why I would like to talk to someone in that field, and they'd probably be like, no, it wouldn't fucking work that way. In order to do that, you'd have, oh, yeah. what you're saying wouldn't work. You'd have to do something. It's basically like a recycle bin program. Yeah, exactly. It's like a recycle bin program. Right, but you don't understand. I'm like, no, I don't understand, but I can learn. I'm not stupid, obviously. Okay, what I said isn't going to work. How would we make it work? The preferability would be like, oh no, it doesn't work that way, but I think we can do something similar. Give me a few minutes and see if and then like, is this what you're kind of thinking about? And I mean, however long it takes, after a week, 2 weeks, whatever. Here, I'll send you the program, and I'll send you the file that I want to send you. How big is the file? 500 gigs. You got to do that, yeah. It's gonna take 4 minutes to rebuild it. Yeah. Fuck. Cause that email came over quick. He's like, "Yeah, is that what you're thinking about?" Like, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about. 500 gigs in 4 minutes. Yeah, because it's just like you said, it just kind of has to restitch it and sew it back together. It's just code. Computer can build code on its own. On its side. It's not like, oh, we're running out of code. I guarantee if AI were doing it, it would learn how to code way better, way faster after doing it several times, and reconstructing all these different pieces. That's one thing I wanted to do was there is a producer version of the program, because that's one thing with MP3s is that they gave away the codec and anyone can do it. I want to have a producer version that will come with DAW. When you get a DAW, if your DAW is compliant with what we're doing, and so that way it can encode the music and videos to be used on KIND. It'd be an app that goes on your phone or a tablet that each record company would have like a storefront. I would actually do it where for mine, I would want it where it looked like a record store, and you could like flip through the records. They would look like records, and if you found one you like, you flip it up, and they just scoot it up. It pops up, and it's the whole record, and it can do like a quick little demo of some of the songs that are on there, or you can listen to the whole thing, whatever songs they allow you to listen to. I would say that every place should have a free bin, so that if they have artists or live performances or whatever, like from Capitol and whatever, throw in some free stuff. Sony, throw in some free stuff, some stuff that's like kind of part of the public domain, anyways. You're not releasing it for use like that, but you're releasing it for people to listen to. It's been using commercials and stuff, and listening to on the radios. You don't own it. Again, you're streaming it, downloading it. You're downloading it and rebuilding it. So. And again, if you have it where it's designed in the code to destroy. Another thing that cannot happen, I've got a lot of ideas to, I don't want to say pirate proof, because that's inviting challenge, but to pirate dissuade without hurting the customer in any way, shape, or form. I've got several ideas. Kind of watermark things to make sure that you have the producer version of the thing to do what you're doing. I would say that and that would be something you wouldn't want to do anyways, because I think if you say you bought a DAW so you could go ahead and do it, each one, when you encode, each one's encoded with your shit, with your name and all that stuff. So if it gets on the net, we can find you. Or we'll write the code. As soon as you try to touch the code, it destroys itself. There's nothing operational under the hood. So as soon as you start trying to crack under the hood, it'll destroy itself. Destroy the program. And possibly ban you from KIND, your IP, and all that shit. There's no reason for you to go that what we told you. Don't fuck with us. What else have we done? You're suspended for a month. I don't care. There is no appeal, because this is built into the program that if you did this, so therefore you were doing that. This isn't a mistake. This is a text that pops up from you doing what you're doing. You are now suspended. The thing's being sent to KIND to suspend your account for a month. Any further attempts, you'll be banned for life. Don't fuck with us. You don't know what else we've booby trapped. Don't fuck with us. If you do, you will be activating the don't fuck with us clause of the contract you signed when you decided to work with KIND at all, which is just don't fuck with us. We'll take your fucking computer. We'll take your fucking house. Whatever it takes to make you really, really, truly regret fucking with us. And like I said in the clause, we reserve the right to get creative. There's no set penalty. And the only thing that has to happen, and it has to be approved by a judge that signed this, like, yeah, you're in violation of this. We won't act anything at all until we take you to court. And the judge goes, yeah, you're in breach of this clause. That way there's no fighting what happens to you. We prove it in court of law first. Just suspend your account until it's proven. Okay, well then if that's what the judge finds, that's what the judge finds. I think he's messing with us. If you find it that way. Oh no, this wouldn't be double jeopardy. This would be another case where he tried it again. If they try again, so it wouldn't be double jeopardy. It's the same crime. It's like robbing a bank and then trying to go rob another bank. It's not double jeopardy. Sorry. It's just habitual criminality, which I understand, but you do it somewhere else because don't fuck with us. We're trying to do a good thing over here for the whole community. Pardon me. I especially like the thought of musicians putting their stuff out on a platform like YouTube, you know what I mean, like Spotify, that can get that kind of views and those people watching, with like recommendations. So it's been through a gatekeeper. There are recommendations, you know what I mean, and there could be like, you know, I would like to have like a round table type thing. And so there could be like Sean's picks, so-and-so's picks, so-and-so's picks, blah, 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 blah. And then, like I said, if we had AI helping, I would want AI to be like one of the last people to talk to us. And like, is there anything we're missing? Are there any trends that, is anybody, you know, that we didn't see? Because I can't see all that shit, but it could. Like, yeah, there's this group that, blah, blah, blah. And they're trending. Oh, yeah, they're getting a couple hundred views a day. Really? Yeah, it's only going up every few days. Would you mind pulling it up? Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. Video and everything. Let's see if they want to move up to a 4 or 5 star and get regular rotation instead of being on a 3-star level. You do? Cool. Well, I mean, we've only heard one song. You want to put all of it? I mean, you know, you got which songs you want to put in the 4-star range? Because we'll have to listen to the other ones to see them. We heard that one. We definitely want to put that one. But, you know, don't feel bad if we keep the other ones at 3. They're still getting rotation. Like I said, it's because 3. It goes 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5. So there's always new music coming in, and there's always top-notch coming, but there's a majority of music that you haven't heard that's been approved through a gatekeeper. It doesn't have to be, you know, a stringent gatekeeper. Just someone within the table, at the table, or who you know, I mean, they're independent. So might have like someone that works with them, intern, friend, or whatever. Is like, yeah, and then I listen to this song, and I listen to this group, and this is the information about them. I want to check, you know. I'd like to move them up to at least a 4 or 5 star. Yeah, I mean, as long as you do, does anybody have an objection to it? Okay, then we're good. You just said to have one gatekeeper say, yeah, one gatekeeper out of how, what, 10, 20? You don't want too many cooks in there, but I mean, it'd be really hard to find 20 people that could not be bought, I mean, that are down with the idea. You know what I mean? And even if you get bought out, it's just your little branch. They're all independent. You just would lose your seat at the table. So I own, okay, no, I own your seat. No, these seats have to be given. They have to be, from us. We have to promote within ours. You cannot. No one can buy their way into this table. So you fucking assholes at the record company don't do what you're doing. Trying to turn this into a for-profit thing. That's the whole reason we're trying to get away from you. Movies, music, artwork, pretty much all kinds of entertainment, comedy, all of it. I want to pull it all off of YouTube and whatever, and I would put it on this, and not so I can make cash of it, so that the artists make all the cash. Like I said, a non-profit. It's the only way to do it. It's the only way to do it. And like I said, I found a way to even roll back any money if it does make extra cash, I found several ways to roll that back, not into the company, but back to the people. There's several things that I really kind of, like I said, I need to get my business plan together and go do that. And like I said, that way my micro matches my mezzo, which matches the macro where I want to go, which matches that Bible. So, whatever's whatever. Did I already load that second bit in there? I guess I did. Alright, run a little low. It's alright. I don't know if I'm going to town today or not. Might be. The thing this rules about generational joints is that they're extra sticky, extra icky. That extra resin in there is just awesome. But they're not good for making, a second joint, but they're good for making a nice little bowl. Actually, this isn't second gen, this is actually third gen. So it's like, it's a combination of all. It smells kind of funky. DJ Funky Skunk. That's so close to popping, man. When it does, it's gonna go. That's why I keep doing that, because it's like, it's never been this close before. I've been having this pain since I got jumped back in '99, just all in here and down my back and stuff. Like I said, they were stomping the shit out of me, man. I had like boot treads all over my face where they were just stomping, and somehow or another I lived through it, but. Boy, were they giving that old college try. Jesus Christ. But yeah. Get up here, do physical therapy and shit, trying to get my shoulders and stuff, and they're doing all the exercises and stretches is not helping anything. They had like this big, they would keep these mattresses, like in the auditorium, in the gymnasium. Those mattresses are thick and had like that thick outside plastic coating. The inside would be this never drying clay, so it'd always be moldable. And what they would do is take it and put it into this like washing machine, wrapping around the edges and then inside and spiral. And so they're just all balled up, and they would soak it in water, like hot water. So, and then they bring that in and they lay it down on the table, still kind of doing the curly Q thing, because it's coming out and it's like hot. And they put a towel on top of that, and like, you lay on top of it. It's pretty thick actually, because when you lay on top of it, you just kind of like mold into it. It's it's pretty cool, but I mean, although it felt good, it felt really good. I mean, you would end up sweating because that thing was hot on your back, and it's like having a heating pad, like just stuck on. You know what I mean? Just like a. It was cool. It was not cool. Um, it did seem to loosen the muscles up and stuff, but without a ability to crack it, it would just after a while just tighten back up, and the pain just come right back. And or it's I'm pretty sure it's tightening up to save me from the bone actually. I'm guessing when they jumped me, maybe like when they slipped or something like that, just adjust a bit, where it's like pinching the nerve because as soon as those muscles start loosening up, it's just like it's very, very sharp. So when it does loosen up, eventually it hurts. I'm gonna have to like just like as quickly as I can, to try and pop that shit. I had a chiropractor that would every time I go in, if I'm doing something you don't like, then just let me know. I'm like, yeah, I don't like that when you like turn my head like that and just crack it. I don't. Then you push them. Oh yeah, yeah, okay, cool, yeah. I must have told him at least 3 or 4 times, and after a while, I stopped going because like I left one time and I looked in the window. I was so pale white. I don't know what happened, but I mean, I felt like I was about to die. I felt like I was going to pass out and shit. And I walked out. As I'm walking out, I looked back in the reflection in the window, and it was just fucking ghostly. I was like, holy fuck, what did he do? Because he just like turn your head and just kind of push on it. And I've heard that people can have strokes from that shit. But it always, like the first time I was like, I'm like, okay, that felt good. The second time I was like, okay, that hurts. I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah. And sometimes he's just working on your back, and so you're laying on your side like this, and he's just like back, and because you don't want to lay face down into the mattress. And so you're already trying like this, and he just goes back, crack, and just because I guess it's a habit of popping other people, you know. Just made mine worse and worse and worse. I'm like, shit. Don't get in such a rhythm, man. The meter's peaking. I'm hoping it's still going through. I don't know if it is or not. What time we got? 6:57 a.m. Can't think about listening to some music. Oh yeah, my court documents. Because they think that their end user license agreement is going to get them out of this lawsuit. It's not. I sent them all the evidence to prove that. I screenshotted all the end user license agreement. I went through it and I screenshotted it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if it needed a couple, I've got 7.1, 7.2, 7.5, and 8, 8.2, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 10, 11, 12, 13, 2, number 10, 11, 12, 13, 3. And the part where it says that they're still bound. Nothing in this agreement is intended to exclude or restrict or shall be construed as excluding or restricting the liability of Rowley for death or personal injury caused by gross negligence of Rowley, willful misconduct of Rowley, including fraudulent concealment of defects, any liability which cannot be limited or excluded by applicable law in such jurisdictions. The foregoing limitations will be enforced to the greatest extent permitted by applicable law. I qualify under 2, and I qualify under 3. I don't even give a shit if their new end user license agreement changed, because this is what I signed with Rowley when I was last working with their thing. I didn't ask FX Mansion to sell to Rowley. I didn't ask Rowley to sell it in music. I sent in the part where they said you can ask for to get out, and I did. I was like, hey, it's time to part ways. And they're like, oh, we just do, don't. Because I said, if you want, I've got the part from Rowley. If you want out, you have to submit in writing through email or whatever that you want out. I'm like, hey, I'm out. I need to get out, and so you need to give me my licenses and my plugins. You gotta give me my packs and all that shit where I can Use it offline. I don't want to be with Rolly anymore. No hard feelings. I just can't go to Windows 10 because everything was working. No hard feelings. I just can't go to Windows 10. So this is where we part ways. I appreciate it. I've got every pack. At that point, I had like 62, 63 packs. We're good. We're good. Even if I didn't have them, I was like, I can still buy more. Whatever it was, I was on my way to getting all of them. I already had them. So we're good. Any new packs you come out with, I won't use them. I have them all, but I rarely use them. A lot of them. Now that I have the RAM, I'll probably be using a lot more though. Oh yeah, and I'm also going to be using like tracking each one on their own channel. So the bass drum will be going out through a console, a Neve, whatever. And I'm probably going to start doing that, like figuring out whether like I want a Neve API, if I want the whole thing to be one. Because I've got enough RAM now that I can just slap it across every fucking... Oh, you know what? I saved... Let's take a quick look at that. This is pretty cool, I think, if it's still there. I got prepared for this moment, hoping that I would have enough RAM and power to push it. Is it going to kick me out? No. That's what I love about Studio One and working with the other like things like that. Some like the IK, when you're doing it, it wants to like just take over the sound card or vid card or whatever, sound card, and that's what causes it to drop out. And I think loading those and whatever is why I end up with sometimes some quiet, not quiet, yeah, some quiet videos, but also sometimes there's no talking or there's no performance. And yeah, I want to send out a video with poor performance. You want to perform at your peak. Play as fuck up. I'm not saying I'm not going to mess up. It's just, you know, oh shit, I can only imagine. Now that I got the RAM, like I said, running all... Oh, man, I should start remixing. Yeah. How long have I been going? Oh, fucking hour already. I'll spend another hour mixing something, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, going through all the consoles. Remix from scratch. Yeah, like I said, I mean, no one has to stick around for anything. I just do what I'm doing. I'm killing time. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm stoned. I'm fucking stoned, Harry. You tell me to go with it, I'm fucking going with it. That's what I'm doing. I'm going with it, Harry. So, what? I'm hoping it loads. Oh, yeah. So it's got the Korg Nano control. Oh, everything's there. Fuck yes. Dude, fuck yes. Oh, I wonder if it was running out of RAM, because it has said not enough. So maybe like running the RAM and shit like that, so I couldn't do. So I got my keyboard hooked up, that's working. I've got my Nano control to do 8 tracks. Mixing at a time, I can do 4 fingers and then 4 fingers, and then you just go through the different things. You can start, play, record right there. On my tablet that I have in the bathroom, on the counter that hooks to the mic stand, I've got Apple iPad Air from way back, but it's not updated so far. It's updated far enough to control Studio One, but it's not so far that it's actually worth a whole lot. But it's worth a ton to me in that sense, because I can be in there, I can start, stop, record. I can actually access the interface of like if I have the mic that's going too hot, I can turn down inside of this audio interface from inside there how hot the microphone's going. I can look at it, see if it's clipping, like if it's getting like a staticky sound, I can see if it's actually clipping or if the cord's gone bad. Because if it's clipping and hitting the thing, I don't have to leave the back there. I'll have the curtains and stuff up. I just look at it. If it's clipping in my headphones, if it's too loud, turn it down. If it's not, I'm like, okay, that's a bad cable. Because this mic is not, there's nothing wrong with this mic. So why is it going? Something's wrong. All right, let's go to monitor. Do I talk too much? Sure, why not? There, template. So this would be, there's the Amec console. There's the Prestige rack. Wow, hell yeah. The vintage Neve, vintage, the API, waves. Oh wow, I got a waves Neve and a template X. Nice. I've got a couple more that I can make too. So let's take a quick look. Let's just look at the vintage Neve. Sure, why not? No, oh, I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate that because sometimes it finds it saves an autosave and it keeps a newer copy. Like if you shut down, it's like, hey, we found a newer copy. We'd like to keep it, and like, oh, we'd like to bring it up. And okay, so it's all here, and I should probably do what I was talking about as far as setting the half of the window. If I can't, okay, it's not going to do half the window like I wanted to. Let me bring this a bit smaller than. I know exactly what I'll do. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Fuck, I'll just bring it over here. There's no harm in that. So let's have so you can see the Lindell 80 on every single one. So each one of these has Lindell 80 on this. And each one of them has this plug-in on it. Okay, that's as big as it goes. Okay. So they all sound like they're coming through the board. Now look, this has 1 and 2. And what I can do at the end is I can tell it to randomize just this track. Or I can tell it to randomize all. And when I tell it to randomize all the tracks, it'll change all these different instances. And I don't think it'll change them it'll look and make sure it doesn't change them to the same. Unless, I mean, there's like 72 tracks or 32 tracks. If you have more than 32 tracks, I'm sure it has to. But anything less than that, and changes it all. I mean, I can't swear by it. I haven't done a change all. But even this, I can change it from the 84 model to I think that's the 73. So it does have a top end shelf to either lower the whatever. Then I can also fine tune it by it's pretty dope. But I have another one of these from. See if I can pin this. Oh yeah, actually I can, can't I? So let's pin that right there. And I'm going to go ahead and try to add the 73. Need console 73 EQ. So yeah, so this is the 73. As you can see, I can do the channel, nuance deviation. You can change the channel individually. You can randomize them just like that. You can, mute. I could drop this one into that. So now there's basically 2 different versions of the same thing. And since I have that, let's see if I can pin this one also. Review. I have other ones. Waves. This one looks different. Not waves. We want VEQ4. But it's basically the same one. It doesn't have the drive. It's not a console, but it has a high frequency. Well, I guess this would be more like this one in the 84. Has high pass, low pass. High pass, low pass. It's no drive, but it has low band, low frequency, low mid, and high frequency. And then you got, your low, your mid, pretty dope. So, oh, I'm back. All right. It's just incredible what you can do. And this is, like I said, this is just one. And on top of that, as I'm doing this, as I'm recording, if I don't like what I'm doing, or if I don't like the sound of the console, if I ever want to change, I don't have to start a whole new recording. Again, I can set the scene and add that and say, what's this, an 80. 80. Okay. Now, update scene. Okay, that's all that's on there. Oh, I forgot I have the Need trilogy right here in the Lindell 80 bus. So even the bus is coming out. It's like it's coming out of the channel of the same Um, yeah. But it didn't have the EQ. I don't need the EQ, but it'll have the same characteristic as if it's coming out like the main track. And I think I did the same thing on the drums because look, the drums I've already set. I haven't set them up, but I'm getting them ready. Obviously, got the dry main, toms, ambient overhead room, ambient 3, kick, snare, hi hat, and ride. So it's obviously about to patch out through. Um, yeah, stereo 7. So yeah, this is all they're all set up. Yeah, you see it over there on that channel in the rooms. It's not going out to kick though. It should be coming out here too also. Do I have that soloed? Yep, I do. Oh yeah. see about changing all those channels then. Okay. All right. Five, 6, 12, 13, 12, 13. So there are two there, 12, 13. That's 12, 13. Oh, no, it's 5, 6. Okay, so I must have checked something. 31, 30. That's the one I checked about this one. 23. Okay, so it didn't pick any. So far, it hasn't picked duplicates. 22. Loving it. 5, 6. I think that might have been chosen before, but that's all right. I mean, that should give it some kind of variation. Not you. Look how little RAM is being used. Performance. Look how good that. I mean, there's a Lindell on every single one of these, and this Tube Tech, and these. Okay, add Sienna and Arc. Capital chambers. This is sick. That's just so sick. Okay, I don't have any auxes on here. All right. So I'm not gonna. I'll save it. Nah, I'm not gonna save it because that way I can. Just restart whenever I need it. So file, close, do not save, no. But that shows I can do that. Do box full of death. Brosif, why don't you fix my bike before I stomp your goofy ass? He took back about that. I hit him with a burrito. You stay classy, planet Earth. That really jumped up a notch. It did. Yeah, I killed a guy. Yeah, I saw that. Brick killed a guy. Oh, no. So Ian James' solo is not in here. What the fuck? Oh. Fuck. It's in a download folder. Oh, Megaphone's uninstalled? I'm glad to see that, because I didn't need to install Megaphone. And no double take is, they just have the old version. I know where to look for Megaphone too, that's going to be dope. So, okay. Shit, I've got a lot of stuff on here. Look at this. Dang it, Mank. No chorus for you. No double take for you. Put double take in here though. I'm sure it doesn't need all this crap. That's probably one of the most inefficient mixes I've ever done, I bet. There's pod farm to control the volume. And there's magma to tube it up, and then it goes into amplitube. Because their stomp box works differently than the other one. BX console. See, now that I got enough RAM, I could even bump. Yeah, it's not even doing shit. Look at that. It's got Sienna on there and the loudness. I'm just going to check it out and hit play. That's right, this has a lot of S's. But I only let you in. All the rest I say for a real good time, or perhaps just an early grave. %. All right, so not right now, but at some point in time, I'll go through and put, like I said, a console on all these and see how much of this I can get away with. Get rid of. Like, this is the Cypress TT15, but now that I have unlimited RAM, I mean, I could use the free one, or that's the Tiny Terror, or I could just go ahead and pull up, because it uses a lot more power to use Amplitude 5. But let's take a look at it. I can imitate the Tiny Terror with that. Hell, I could probably pull up the Tonex. I have Tonex. If there's some MIDI information in the background for like a bass, hell, I could even lay a new bass line and put some of my. Oh my god, I could do so much shit now. It's kind of trippy. Like I said, if I put my machine off the net, start a recording studio on top of Cheap Gear Guy discount musical instruments. So anyways, let's go to the collection. I'm going to go to, so I got Electric Gypsy. I forgot I had, oh, that's Jimmy. No, that's Electric Gypsy. It's all the Jimi Hendrix stuff. Oh, I got you, so you don't have to go under whatever. Are these speakers called the Jimi Hendrix? Okay, whatever. I love the Jet City, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for the orange. And there's the dual terror, but there is the actual Tiny Terror. TT 15. 15 watts or 7 watts. And then it has this amp. I mean, the speaker cabinet. I can change the speaker cabinet out to 115. That might sound actually pretty good. I want to see what that sounds like. Where are we at? Where are we at? Amplitude here. There. Where are you at? Where's your sound at? They know. Yet to be my love. It's available. It says it's there, but it's not coming out. Okay, that's what happened. It's got a full-on volume control. There, it stepped in. Gotcha. I think that's pretty good. And I could probably reset this console here. Let's try and get the under control first and foremost. Let's go ahead and reset it. Good thing is when I do it on my own time, I can locate the solo. I just got it in download folder. When I do that, it'll just bring it in right here. At least I already got this front part right here, and it'll bring in the second part right there. I wonder if this is the same track. Does it keep going? No, it ends there. So there's two different ones. I'll find that one, and just put them in there. Even if I save it now, it'll still save it. Love it, 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 love it. Working virtual room. Yeah, I mean, virtual is so fucking dope. Because I mean, this has been released. And here I am just tweaking away with the guitar amps, changing the guitar amps, changing the drums. What's soloed? Where'd you solo on, huh? Yeah, I'll put this under on tracks. It's gonna be cool to bring that in and do separating all the different tracks. I saw the dealer today. They wouldn't sell me anymore. Said I had enough to play, but they're not the ones trying to score now, are they? 'Cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I think I'm starting to feel again. Maybe one more dose of medicine. Shit, I could use a Joe Ciccarelli. Oh, it's gonna be awesome, dude. This is gonna be incredible. Look at all these plugins I have. Sunset Sounds 3D Reverb. No. You hit me in the cup. You can't. Just an early grave, 'cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I'm starting to feel again. One more dose of medicine. Where's the splitter? Just an early grave, 'cause I just wanna feel right, and I just want. You know what? Let's go back there. It probably sounded weird with my headphones actually going there. I don't know if it did or not. I forgot to turn this off because I forgot this actually does something. Shit, there's muted tracks. Probably so I could say some RAM or maybe some amp space. Let's find out. Just an early grave. Just an early grave. 'Cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I'm starting to feel again. One more dose of medicine. Just an early grave. 'Cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I'm starting to feel again. One more dose of medicine. Just an early grave. 'Cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I'm starting to feel again. One more dose of medicine. Just an early grave. 'Cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I'm starting to feel again. One more dose of medicine. Just an early grave. 'Cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I'm starting to feel again. One more dose of medicine. Just an early grave. 'Cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I'm starting to feel again. One more dose of medicine. Just an early grave. 'Cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I'm starting to feel again. One more dose of medicine. Just an early grave. 'Cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I'm starting to feel again. One more dose of medicine. Just an early grave. 'Cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I'm starting to feel again. One more dose of medicine. Just an early grave. 'Cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I'm starting to feel again. One more dose of medicine. Just an early grave. 'Cause I just wanna feel right. Just wanna sleep through the night, and I'm starting to feel again. One more dose of medicine. Just an early grave. 'Cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I'm starting to feel again. One more dose of medicine. Just an early grave. 'Cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I'm starting to feel again. One more dose of medicine. Just an early grave. 'Cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I'm starting to feel again. One more dose of medicine. I saw the demon today. They wouldn't sell me anymore. Said I had enough to play, but they're not the ones trying to score now, are they? 'Cause I just wanna feel right, and I just wanna sleep through the night, and I think I'm starting to feel again. Maybe one more dose of medicine. I'm so freaking geeked because, I mean, it's not using any, I mean, it's like 50%. So all the stuff I'm doing, I could double everything I'm doing on here. as long as the ASIO could keep up. Well, the sound card could keep up, or the processor could keep up. I could do twice as much as what I've got on there. So I could just keep loading on plugins and plugins and plugins if I wanted to. I could add in synth sounds and shit. A lot of stuff I've been, I won't say afraid to, but like a lot of my older tracks have a lot of synth tracks in them. Like I said, I would do the background music all on the drum machine. Sometimes a MIDI keyboard. I'd track out like a bass line and sometimes some synth lines in the background so I could play the drums. And I play the drums to that. And then I didn't really use the MIDI for anything. And then you just load in a dope ass sample thing like I have, like Octane, among many, many others. So yeah, if you don't have a synth, I highly recommend going and check out. They have like a whole Octane pack. It's not very expensive. I think it's like $20. It comes with Octane, not Stylus, it's something like that. Silo. There's a third one at least. Ties. Yeah, Ties is really good too. It's another synth generator. But yeah, you got like, piano keys, percussion, strings, voice, transcade, woodwinds, plucked, organ, pads, leads, hits and stabs, guitar, eclipse. The cool thing is you can go to layers, and that's your first layer. Then you can go to layer 2 and add something else in there. Layer enabled. Okay, let me make this larger. Layer enabled reverse force loop. Layer enabled. See, this is how it changes the sound a little bit. Yeah, I don't want it to be like much. I want it to be like mixed in. But I've done it before. You can mix them together, so you can make like your own sounds like all day long, dude. And there's the equalizer, there's the dynamics control, exciter, compressor, expander, and you can do lo-fi stuff. Turn on like, make it sound like it's going through a record player. 2 hours and 21 minutes. I think I'm gonna head out. I wasted everybody's time. What time is it? Oh yeah, I gotta get ready to start getting out of here pretty soon. Might be heading to town, catch a movie. I don't know. If not, I might go back live again for too long and see what's going on, and maybe do some mixing, maybe do some playing. I have no idea. I'm just living life by the drop. So, have a good night. Enjoy yourselves. It's a celebration. Howdy ho and good night to all. If you vote for me,